Yeah, so it's going to be two left-handers who will open the innings for Bangladesh. They haven't had a good time in the...
A break, 4 overs, 20 for 2 in the last game, bowled really well, the cutters into the pitch. And it's a different role for Jason with the new ball, probably looking for some swing back into the left-hander.
Yeah, Bangladesh fans will be disappointed because they were only
for the rest of the batters to come out there. Tanzir Hassan Tamim batted excellent. Well, in the last game, 61 of 48 in super form. He wanted to carry on his good form. And partnering him is Parvez Hossain Imran for the first time in the series. Another left-hander. Elegant if he gets going, certainly. Got all the shots in the book. Just about getting a
50. 149 was what West Indies managed to end up. Right. Let's play with Dutch Bangladesh. Straight away. In the block hole. Maybe just sliding down the leg side. He'll have a bit of a chat with the skipper and the keeper. What are you going to do? For genuine edge. It is a nexus play for. There's no fielder at third. Yeah, what I was referring to, that at times you can see the bowlers just hanging on to those kind of catches. Either get stuck inside the palm or don't.
I'm not too sure whether Tanzir Hassan Tamim intended to play. They're fine.
Again, this time into the pads and he's flicked it away. He's picked up back-to-back boundaries.
Poor delivery by Jason. A swing on and offer, but the line was too straight to start. Even the very first ball, there was swing starting leg stump, finishing outside the leg stump, and almost a similar delivery. Nicely done by Tanzir Hassan Tamim, keeping his shape pretty nicely, making sure he's not falling over with the head. The fine leg in the circle, that's a risk.
Oh yes, he enjoys it. It's into the stands. It's a big one.
What a hit. With the turn, and even before the ball was delivered or just about delivered, Parvez Hossain Imran crossed just outside the yaw stump and went with the turn. And no intention to keep it along the ground, and brings up the first rocket six of the game, and that too a massive one, an 86-meter monster into the crowd.
Well, he's not connected it, but he'll still take it because it's gone over the top of the fielder at short fine, never in control, and it goes over for a nexus 4.
Good bouncer, change of length. Surprised Tanzir Tamim. Like the way the bouncer was dished out by Shepherd. Certainly not convincing.
Shots of catch it. Soft dismissal in the end. Gutikesh Modi takes the catch. Imran cannot believe it, but he has to go.
This particular delivery deserved to be put along the ground. Misses out. Parvez Imran playing for the first time in the series. He's gone for 9, 22 for 1.
A new opening combination doesn't work for Bangladesh, and in comes Litun Kumar Das, the skipper. He will need to bat really well here to ensure they have a total on the board that the bowlers can go and come.
And a rocket out for West Indies.
A beautiful use of the feet from the skipper. Couple of bounces. And it is a nexus pay 4. Lovely touch from the skipper.
Litun Kumar Das, he means business. Straight away, coming down the track, and an excellent hit. Going through the line, no slogging at all. Knew the mid-on was in the circle. As soon as the ball reached the high level of the batter, he's out of the crease like a flash.
There's nothing wrong with the... Nice shot. This is a well-controlled pull. You don't see that pull shot going in that direction. It's gone just to the left of the fielder at mid-on. Nicely struck.
Picked up the off cutter pretty early, Tanzit Hassan Tamim. The first delivery just outside the yaw stump beaten. The pace was 133, and this occasion is just 120.8. Set up, and for a batter who's been...
He will be scoring more runs. Oh, on to the pads given. And straight away, Shoikat has given it in favour of the bowler, Jason Holder. And he takes the review.
Original decision is out. Or pitching outside leg, going back to Saikat on field. Saikat, you have to reverse your decision from out to not out. You're on screen, you can signal now.
He has to reverse it because that pitched outside the leg stump. So it's a good review taken.
Akil Hussain from around the wicket. Outside on leg stump and wings deployed by Tanzit Tamim. It is a rocket 6 to welcome Akil Hussain and Samuel Badri.
Hello Shamanoy, hello everyone. Yep, too short from Akil Hussain, first ball of the over, making full use of it, looking for that arm ball once again, but this man is in good form, Tanzid, 25 from 7, so each of them with their idiosyncrasies. This is in there, fielder settles, fielder takes the catch, good occasion, Morty with the catch in the deep, a rocket out, and the captain has to go.
The move the West Indies captain chose in introducing Kerry Pierre has worked. The left-arm spinner temptingly dondaged by bowling that one short one, and then deep mid wicket, another left-arm spinner in Gudagoish Moti who completes the catch. They've got the breakthrough. The Bangladesh captain has to go back to the dressing room. He's gone for 6 of 9. Bangladesh 44 for 2. Four changes in the Bangladesh side today. That enforces a change in the batting order. That brings in Saif Hassan in at 4. 450s, best of 69. Been batting well in recent times. The change in the batting order is different.
At times, captains and teams put too much emphasis on it. And that's connected. And that's another rocket 6 all the way into the stands. Finally. Brings up the 50 for Bangladesh.
Brings up the 50 in style by exciting the crowd. Launched off the runway. It's flown off like a rocket for a rocket 6 into the stands. Took the team over the line. In the slot, catch it is the call. He's hit it straight, 2 straight, 1 bounce, second bounce over the boundary for a Nexus Pay 4.
Yeah, you were just asking about matchups. This one here is a favourable matchup for the batter. Left-hand orthodox coming into him, maybe a little bit too full and wide from Kerry Pierre, so allows him to swing the arm nicely. He gets it straight enough to beat Rahman Powell down in the deep. And after the next couple deliveries, it will be an opportunity to reset with the drinks break.
Shot! Brilliant from Tanzit Tamim, lands in the stands. It's a biggie. It's a rocket 6.
Yeah, and they needed desperately an over like this. 11 from it so far, 1 delivery remaining. I mentioned the impending water break. You've done well in the over. How do you play that final delivery? Do you keep going? Sometimes as a batter that momentum comes in and it's difficult to rein it in. 4 rocket 6s so far.
Well, he guides that nicely, and it's going to be wide of the 2 fielders. Bisects that deep third and deep point for Nexus Pay 4.
Just fresh from completing 1,000 runs in his career, only the 9th Bangladeshi batter, and that was a good shot. playing on top of the bounce, making sure he found the gap. There was two fielders behind square.
Be a little bit of enticement. 1,012 runs, that's what he's already got, and he'd like to get some more, particularly in this very important game from the Bangladeshi perspective. Oh, and his favorite area, he smashed that. Wow, that stood up to be hit, and he obliged. They were crashing away to the boundary for an excess pay for.
A nothing delivery. Off cutter set up beautifully, and when you bowl a cutter into the pitch to settle better, you've got to put much more effort and you've got to get the height as well. That was a freebie.
At it and doesn't get carried away. Nice, that is very, very good. That single gets him his 50, and what a well compiled 50. Thanks the Almighty. The crowd are happy, the dugout is happy. He needs to carry on.
Back-to-back half centuries. 61 of 48 with 3 sixes and 3 fours in the last game.
T20 series before the World Cup. Gets behind that. It's flying, gone all the way. Oh, he's on the move, and he's getting the sixes quite easily.
Most of the sixes Tanzil Tamim has smashed in this series have been in the leg side. For this occasion, the ball was way outside the off stump, and that was proper timing. Probably wanted to go a long on or straight 6.
And now this time he goes straighter. That's what you're talking about. Oh, almost a superb catch. But unfortunately, Rahman Powell flows it. And I think that's the third catch dropped here. Luck favouring Bangladesh here. Luck favouring Tanzil. Short. Picks that up. It's gonna go over the top. They needed a big hit. It's come at last. And it's a rocket 6. Right in time.
I don't think Saif Hassan timed as well as he'd liked. But still, the powerful arms coming in on a slow ball bouncer, which was picked early. Not too long, 67 meters.
Gave 6 runs. It goes again. This time he does not really time it, and this time round it's gone straight down the throat of a fielder in the deep. Ogi is the catcher, and he's a happy man.
Safe as houses, and the celebration comes out in typical Jason Holder style. With all his experience in dismissing Saif Hassan. Got by Augie's ball holder, gone for 23, 107 for 3, Bangladesh. He probably knew that it was a big wicket, but against Rishad Hossain, changed the feel. With all 4 fielders in the leg side are saving the boundary, no one in the 30-yard circle. The lone field outside the circle in this offside is at the sweeper.
Oh, Sultan, it's up in the air. Oh, he's so lucky. He's not going to hang about, that's understandable, but very fortunate. And nobody around to take that catch.
Ball into his field, Jason. All 4 fielders saving the boundary in the leg side. It either has to be a full or a bouncer. It was a bouncer, probably a slow ball bouncer, never turned towards the batsman. It was 116.3 the pace was. And almost
Batting first in this series, and a lot will depend on him. Oh, not easy, but it looked like that he could have just hanged on to it. Good evening, Tamil Badri.
Hello Atta, hello everyone. We've seen some spectacular catches so far in the series. Rahman Powell himself was involved in one in that direction, but just a little too much on it. Maybe he had a better opportunity than I thought initially. We've seen catchers these days take those and make them look easy. Not tonight for Rahman Powell. A good start to the over though.
Yes, in the last, well, he has an opportunity tonight. Again, a big swing given. Absolutely looked very, very straight in front of the stumps. Is he going to take the review? Nope. Just a quick word with the non-striker, and he is heading on his way to the pavilion.
And a very good decision not to review. That was absolutely plumb. Smashing most of the stumps. A good over eventually from Carey Pierre. Struck for 6 first ball. Bookends the over with a wicket. Richard goes to 3. 118 for 4.
Noor Hassan is the new batter. Yeah, they did manage to score 9.
Can you bowl an over or 2 of spin in the final few overs? Could that be the most effective plot? Well, so far the West Indians have done it well.
I think he's picked up the gap. Lovely piece of timing. With that previous single, it gone past his best score of 73, which he scored against Sri Lanka in Colombo this year. Yeah, good touch, really good touch.
Yeah, can he bat all of the remaining overs? Only 2 Bangladesh. And then to show that aggression, we see the top-ranked teams out and viewers, they go hard from early. That's down the ground. Rahman Powell circles, completes the catch. A wonderful catch from the Jamaican. He's shown glimpses of that in the previous matches, and just inches off the ground this time. Another one falls.
Yeah, beautifully done. Timed his dive to perfection because the ball was dying down and he knew he was in trouble. Look at his reaction. Beautifully. Right gets underneath the ball just before it touches the ground. Excellent from Rahman Powell. Noor Hassan departs for 1. Bangladesh 1-6 for 5.
আইসিসির দক্ষিণ বিরোধী মহিলাদের টিকিট ধরে কোনো দর্শকের কোনো আচরণ, ভাষায় তথা কথাবার্তা, মন্তব্য, অঙ্গভঙ্গি বা কোনো কিছু খেলা চলাকালীন স্টেডিয়ামে অবস্থানরত কোনো ব্যক্তিকে যথা খেলোয়াড়, মঞ্চ অফিসিয়াল বা দর্শককে তার জাতিসত্তা।
So now they have 2 left-handers. Straight away, he smacked that away. Top shot of the first ball that he faces.
Yeah, he seems to be batting on an entirely different surface. Tanzed extends this innings in terms of his highest score in this format. The utilization of the crease, just a back push, and then the placement. Knows that there's a long on and gets it wide of him. Now look at the strike.
This is the last delivery. 7 already. Is this going to be the 3rd time? Yes. So this is a 3rd in the 3 consecutive overs. West Indies have picked up a wicket of the last ball of each over. Incredible.
And a wicket for Aki Hussain. Up until that point, he was wicketless. He's taken wickets in every game in the series. Nice and slow with that time. And can't connect well enough for 6. So finishes his spell for overs 1 for 26. And I can understand what Nasum was trying. Last ball, tried to go for the maximum, 133 for 6. Tanzid for the entirety of the last one. Can he smack a boundary? 9 from the over so far.
Looks very close, given. Fourth time a wicket has fallen on the last ball of the last 4 consecutive overs. Yes, he's taken the review.
The umpire to director, we have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is out. I have checked the fit. It's a fair delivery. Front on to start with, please. Ball appears to be missing the bat. Can I confirm that with Ultra Edge, please? Keep it rolling through. Clear gap between bat and ball. Satisfied? No bat involved. You can go for the ball tracking when ready, please. Copy that. Original decision is out. Ball pitching, impact in line. Wicket hitting, going back to Shaikat on field. Shaikat, you can stay with your out decision. You're on screen, you can signal now.
Yeah, we're spot on. The Jakir Ali goes. It's 142 for 7.
Tamim and Pervez and as other batters to do so in this format.
Nope, straight into the hands. But what an innings! What an innings from the youngster Tanzid Hassan. He tried to make a little bit of room and try to go over the top of Jason Holder. Could not manage to get that elevation, and that's why he has to head back.
Yeah, the tallest man on the field, so comfortable for him. Ends his innings having scored 63% of the runs there from the inception, dismissed in the final over. What a knock. 89 he falls for, 142 for 8.
Got a hat-trick one, right? Well, Romario Shepherd is on a hat-trick. He's picked up a wicket of the last ball of the previous over. Now he's picked up the all-important wicket of Tanzid Hassan of the first ball of this over on a hat-trick. Bowling, he gets it.
Hat-trick for Romario Shepherd. Yeah, they all know in the dugout. I'm not entirely sure if Romario knew on the field because it was the last ball of a previous over. Now he finds out and he joins Jason Holder as the only other West Indian to take a hat-trick in this format. A wonderful bowling performance from the man from Guyana. West Indians dominating this final phase. Bang on target. Just look at that delivery. The middle stump. What a way to achieve the feat as well. Many congratulations to Romario. Shariful goes without scoring, 9 down for 142.
What a spell, what a spell. In comes Taskin Ahmed, but absolutely brilliant from Romario Shepherd, who's now become the second player from West Indies to pick up a hat-trick catches if you keep doing that over and over again. But they have 144 on the board. It'll be a challenge for the bowlers to go and defend that. Yeah, I think it's gone. That is nicely struck from Taskin Ahmed. And the score that Lichun Kumar Das mentioned at the toss is on the board. It's 150 with that massive six.
Where has he been all this time, Taskin? You all remember the first T20I when he struck a six and stepped on his stump? Well, this time, doesn't step on his stump. Run, you can eke out, take it.
That will be only a single. He's not going to make it in time. So they pick up a single, and Bangladesh will end up scoring 151 after the end of the 20th over. And they managed to lose 2 wickets, but in the end they managed to pick up 9 runs.
Yeah, that's the wicket, and I don't mind that at all from the batters. Even though it's suicidal, take it on. You never can tell. A little bit of panic, a fumble here or there, and you can get an extra run or two in the end. It doesn't happen, but that's fine. So Taskin run out of the last ball for 9. 151 is where they end, but a dramatic board pressure is there. They'll need to get off to a good start, not lose too many wickets in the power play. Brandon King has been struggling, not opening tonight, so there'll be a change in personnel at the top of the order for the West Indies, and just a little bit of last minute instructions for his troops. Amir Jangu seems set to bat at the top of the order. Mentioned before his sensational century on debut in one-day internationals against this opposition, and Alec Athanaze has shown quite a lot of promise at the top of the order. Can he continue in that rich vein? But it's all a learning curve for many of these players who are still in the infancy of their international careers. And what you want is to demonstrate that learning and that growth and development. The end result will usually take care of itself.
It's learning curve, as you mentioned, but they've also something in the back of their mind is that the World Cup is not too far away. That's where, with performances which will catch the eyes of the selectors for both teams, they'll be looking at what they're producing, and really something to work for, something to look forward to for players, the youngsters particularly from both the teams. Well, West Indies will want to get off to a good start. There will be scoreboard pressure. The required run rate 7.6 at the start of the innings. And young man Amir Jangu, you mentioned, and that is Alec Athanaze into his 9th innings. 250s can be quite solid up front with 135 strike rate. And there is Amir Jangu, 109 runs, just alone 50, fledgling T20 international career, and a point to prove here.
Yeah, those previous 3 matches coming in that series against Nepal, prior to this one from the West Indian standpoint, Mehdi Hassan, who was so good in that series in the West Indies in St. Vincent late last year, will open the bowling.
And straight away he's on the money. He's very, very good, starting with a new ball. Very adept at the form of Shariful Islam. Taken 60 wickets so far in his T20 international.
For learning that I'm talking about.
Oh, I think it's gone. He went charging. It was getting to his mind. He thought he'd take on Mahdi, but outfoxed completely. And an easy something for the keeper. The wicket, but there is going to be a little bit of a check. It's the Dutch Bangla Bank decision pending.
Tarampatu Director, we have an umpire review for stumping. Both feet are checked. It's a fair delivery. We can go to side on angle, please. Wicket is broken. With the batter is short of his ground. I have a decision for the big screen, and
it's going to be rocket out. The first wicket. Very crucial breakthrough here. Malik Athanase has to go back after scoring one. West Indies are 6 for 1. Early problems for the West Indies. Brandon King comes in. He's got the numbers, he's got the experience. Needs to just be steady with his approach. Careful. What a fantastic over. Just one run and a wicket for Mehdi Hassan. 6 for 1. That's Fuller. And he's lashed onto that. Good timing. It's just going across there. Maybe not from the meaty part of the bat, but that's going to release a lot of the pressure with an excess pay for.
Yeah, they desperately needed that just to throw his hands at it, looking for the swing, not as much this time around. And finally, he latches onto one, Amru Jangu. Previously 5 from 11. Now he's 9 from 12.
Now, swirling in there. Fielder trying to come underneath that one. I think he's going to get... Oh, he's dropped it. Goodness gracious. Did all the hard work. Got underneath that one. Tawhid Ridhoi has dropped it. Normally a good fielder in the deep. He just couldn't latch onto it.
Yeah, the substitute fielder tried to get into that drop zone quickly. Always difficult to judge in the night, and was still moving when that ball got to him. So couldn't really settle under it. And that's the great difficulty of taking catches under the lights. Because
T20 मैच रावलपिंडी क्रिकेट स्टेडियम में खेला जा रहा है। अभी जो क्रिकेट के लवर्स हैं उन्होंने बताना है कि ये पाकिस्तान जीतेगा या साउथ अफ्रीका जीतेगा। जिस तरह पाकिस्तानी टीम में कुछ चेंजेस की गई हैं, जिस तरह बाबर आजम का आना और फ़खर जमान का ड्रॉप होना, तो अभी आप लोगों ने कमेंट्स करके बताना है कि इन दोनों में से कौन जीतेगा। बाबर आजम अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस देगा या फ़खर जमान की हमें कमी महसूस होगी। फ़खर जमान को आना चाहिए था। T20 मैच है, इसमें शॉर्ट ओवर्स होते हैं, जिसमें जिस तरह पावर प्ले में वो अच्छी हिटिंग कर सकता है, उसको आना चाहिए था, वो नहीं आया। उसकी जगह उन्होंने टीम मैनेजमेंट में बाबर आजम को शामिल किया है। अभी बाबर आजम को चाहिए, जिस तरह फ़खर जमान फास्ट खेलता है इस तरह बाबर आजम को भी खेलना चाहिए। अभी देखते हैं, आप लोगों ने कमेंट्स करके लाजमी बताना है कि साउथ अफ्रीका जीतेगा या पाकिस्तान जीतेगा।